Welcome back to another episode of the Even Your Dynasty show. The San Francisco Giants are coming off their worst loss of the season easily. It was an ugly game. About the whole team crapped their pants. Luciano made a bad error. Bob Melvin made some very questionable, shall we say, decisions. Lamont Wade had probably his worst at bat of the season in the top of the 10th inning. Just a collapse. Now, I could sit here and go on about that, but God knows I've hammered the team hard enough in recent weeks. So we're actually going to talk about something a little more positive that's come out of this team this season, and that's Sean Hjelle, who is a guy that, I was calling to get DFA'd like 3 weeks ago, and I am super glad to be wrong. Obviously, there's a lot of season left. Things can change, but to this point, he's proven me wrong. He's proven a lot of people wrong. This is a guy that has a career minor league ERA of 4.49 and a 1.44 whip. His career major league ERA prior to this season was 6.17 with a 1.7 whip. He has struggled in his time at pretty much every professional level. So what he's doing this season has been, quite impressive, and he's earning the opportunity to be kind of a high leverage late inning guy that gets that should have been possibly the guy that came in the ninth inning yesterday with the 4-run lead. But Bob Melvin opted for Luke Jackson. Didn't work out for him. So on this episode, we're going to kind of talk about, similar to when we did the Jordan Hicks video, we're going to talk about kind of what he's doing differently this season, and kind of how he's having the success he's having. And, whether or not we think he can sustain it, which, I'm going to just tell you now, I think it is sustainable what he's doing. But we're going to kind of dive in on that. But as always, I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. We're getting really close to 500 subscribers. So if you're not already, smash that subscribe button, like the video, share with your friends, comment. I enjoy all the engagement with everyone. I know Dan's getting really excited about doing live shows. I'm really excited about doing live shows. As I said, we're going to do that when we hit 500. So probably won't be this week, but if you guys do that, we'll get the live shows rolling next Thursday. Also, I'll be on NorCal Sports Network tonight, as I am every Wednesday night. So catch me over there. And if you're not already subscribed to their channel. So that's all I got for that. Now we're going to go ahead and kick it over to the Sean Hjelle video. Now, and if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to let me know, and I will try and continue to put more stuff out similar to this. But Sean Hjelle's numbers this season in 2024, so far he's has 17 innings pitched, a 2.65 ERA, a 1 whip. He's striking out 9 batters per 9. He has a 0.53 walks per 9, and he's giving up 1.06 home runs per 9. Some things I've noticed with him and how he's kind of all of a sudden jumping up in production right now. His ground ball percentage for starters is way up. His career numbers, 58.1%. Right now it's 65.3%, which is actually in the 99th percentile of pitchers. His walk percentage is in the 98th percentile of pitchers. And he's getting above average swing and miss. He's in like the 63rd percentile there. His velocity is up on all his pitches. He's, if you kind of go through his career numbers, his velocity is up like over a mile per hour on all his pitches. And then the other big thing he's doing right now is for his pitch mix, he's pretty much completely abandoned his changeup, and he's gone with a sinker, knuckle curve, and a cutter that he's featuring more to left-handed hitters. And that's the one pitch he likes to kind of go up in the zone with. So those are kind of the big changes you see with him, but he's also having just a ton more success. So, with certain pitches right now, his curveball, for instance, in last season, the movement's not, much different, which, that's a good thing, especially when you're getting similar velocity out of the pitches. The average against his knuckle curve, for instance, last season was a 279 average. with a 34.9% whiff and a 18.6% put away. This season, he's got a 45% whiff with a 32.5% put away, and batters are hitting just 192 against it. Now the slug is up a little bit. That's because guys like Francisco Lindor in his first outing of the season took him deep off a curveball, which really it was more a great piece of hitting than it was a bad pitch. He actually had that thing down in the zone, and Lindor kind of golfed it out over the right field wall in Oracle. So he's having a ton of success there. His cutter that he's now featuring, he's only had uh, 5 plate appearances that have, resulted in anything off of that, and they have just a flat 0 batting average against. So lefties aren't hitting it. When they do put it in play, it's weak contact. The average exit velocity off his cutter is 76.8 miles per hour. So it's given him a weapon that he can use against lefties to help get left-handed hitters out. And it's really been a big game changer for him this season. So, I brought it up. I do think this is sustainable for him. I love what he's doing. I love that he's attacking hitters. He's attacking the zone. He's not just kind of pitching around guys. In past years, it's kind of felt like he's been almost scared to make a mistake. He'd walk he was walking 3 to 4 and per 9. He was getting behind in counts, leaving one out over the zone. Then he would get hit. So then he starts continually pitching tentatively. And this season, it's like he's got a lot more trust in his stuff. He's attacking hitters. He's got some stuff that actually works now against the lefties. And he's just kind of daring them to hit him. And, we've seen him top out at about 97 miles per hour. So, all of a sudden you're 6'11, you're throwing a sinker at 95 to 97, which 95 is his average velocity right now with his sinker. But he's coming from such a high angle that, that's got some impressive downward movement, and it's really difficult to hit. So I've been super impressed. And if I'm going to sit here and take a victory lap when I'm right on some stuff, which, hey, I could sit there and shove the Luis Matos as a breakout candidate video to everyone. I'm going to own it when I'm wrong too. And I was dead wrong on Sean Hjelle, at least to this point in the season. And I'm happy to admit that. I mean, he's only 27 years old. I think people kind of forget that he's been around for a while. He was a second round pick out of college from Kentucky in 2018, prior to Farhan taking over. But he's only 27, and he could be a really solid bullpen piece. Now, I don't think he's ever going to be a starter. I don't think he's going to ever develop into that. I like him more in this role where he can kind of cut it loose and empty the tank each outing. But like I said, I'm glad to be wrong on this. I'm always happy to be wrong on players. I'm not here to like pick on guys, and I'm gonna look at everything objectively. And when a guy like him comes out and is throwing the ball really well, I'm gonna try and give them their flowers in these instances. So I really wanted to give him his kind of his own video. It's nothing too crazy because it is still a small sample size. There's many other guys that are kind of breakout candidates on the team, especially young players. Guys like Elliot Ramos that are showing a lot of good things. Matos, obviously. Marco Luciano's off to a really solid start, albeit in only 18 plate appearances thus far. Last night's air notwithstanding. So, I mean, there's a lot of guys that are doing things, but I wanted to go to a guy that I think has a really good chance at sticking regardless of, guys coming back from injuries and things like that. And also because of the fact that I've been so hard on Sean Hjelle, I thought I would, make a video kind of appreciating all the good things he's doing this season. So as I said earlier, if you guys like these kind of videos, I know this was a really short one, but if you guys like these kinds of videos, tell me down in the comments. I'll put more stuff out like this, more videos out like this one. But other than that, that's all I have today. Hopefully the Giants can just, be a goldfish, forget about yesterday, and go get that win today. And hopefully Blake Snell, gets his season going because the Giants really could use him, locking it down every 5 days. So catch you guys next time, and we'll see you all on NorCal Sports Network tonight. Have a good one. Go Giants.